God hears. For Taleshis, the most practical way of talking to God has always been through sighs and groans expressed in the native language. These expressions to God stem from their deep spiritual longings that cannot be uttered in words. This type of prayer is unconvincing to Allah, the God of Islam, who ignores other languages. However, these heartfelt prayers had a great impact on me. They were the natural cries of the heart, and Taleshis knew God could not ignore deep crying from one's soul. Taleshi prayers were in starkly contrast to Islam's rituals. It is no surprise to me that Taleshis would not prefer the cold, meaningless redundancy of Muslim prayers to the cries of the soul to a God who has compassion for tears and contrite hearts. By the age of 9, I had learned the Islamic prayers and was able to pray in Arabic. However, the soulful sighs and groans of the prayers of people in their own language seemed to be more poetic, touching, and attractive. This led me to be interested in the aesthetic aspect of spiritual life practiced by some of my fellow citizens. I fell in love with traditional Persian ascetic poetry, the desires of a simple life that is focused overridingly on discovering God in this world, to know and to be known personally by God, and to be absorbed in Him. I believe this is a testimony that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has left among Iranians in order to lead them to Jesus Christ. I think back now and remember that some of my most lucid moments of meditation with God came when I was doing my schoolwork under the trees in my father's orchard. My mind was always working out ways in which I could attain my personal goals for financial and educational success. Because my family's financial situation was always uncertain, it seemed to me that my goals were unattainable. This caused me to rely on God more and more, seeking His supernatural intervention in my life. There in my father's orchard, I would express my needs and the deepest desires through the sighs and groans of my soul, much like those prayerful expressions I share with the Lord Jesus today. It's interesting to me that what my culture taught me as a child, which I later discarded as a Muslim, has come full circle in my life as my gracious Heavenly Father works through me in prayer. Though I had no knowledge of God, those moments with Him convinced me that God was good and all good things were His attributes and must have come from Him.